This morning, Quad City leaders are looking at ways to cut down on crime.
It is a difficult task with various opinions on how to fix it. And one local alderman says the problem doesn't start with any agencies here. The problem actually starts with the states. Ray Ambrose has been a Davenport alderman since 1996.
This has been an issue that was on the table when I first was elected over 20 years ago.
He says at that time, Davenport and Scott County had one of the top juvenile assessment centers in the country. But unfortunately, since then, he says, things have changed.
I'd like to point at the judges, the state Supreme Court, and their lack of holding the criminals responsible.
Ambrose blames it all on the state of Iowa. He says the Supreme Court has a history of ruling against the taxpayers in the state, claiming cities in our area continue to throw taxpayer money at the issue of fighting crime.
Yeah, I think to find out where the results were, people got to look back. You got to go back 50 years and see how successful the court systems, the penal system was in the state of Iowa. And that's where we should start. We shouldn't try to redo the wheel.
And that's what he's worried about with the idea of a new juvenile assessment center. Mayor Frank Klipsch brought it up in December of last year. Ambrose says the courts are putting habitual offenders back on the streets, claiming it's having a negative impact on them and the kids who are doing what's right at a young age.
Redo the wheel, build another government bureaucracy to deal with a minimal amount of juvenile criminals. Yeah, I think that's the wrong way to go.
He says if lawmakers and Governor Kim Reynolds aren't willing to address the issue, crime like car thefts in our area will continue to go up. Now, the state Supreme Court and Mayor Frank Klipsch have not commented on the remarks, but a spokesman for the Department of Corrections said, quote, "It's important that all stakeholders work together with members of the community to address crime concerns. Around 95% of those incarcerated in corrections institutions will one day return to their community." So